Welcome back. It's spring here in New Zealand and we've just had daylight saving, so it's the perfect time to go for an after work evening drive. If you're in the market for an ND MX-5, it won't be long before you have to answer a pretty big question. To RF or not to RF? RF stands for retractable fastback, and it's Mazda's latest take on a hardtop for the MX-5. Now, the RF is a little bit different. You're left with a Targa style vehicle. The centre roof section folds away into the car, while the buttresses, the pillars you could say at the back, are left standing. So I chose an RF. Why? I think the RF is beautiful. There's no other way to put it. With the roof down, it's an edgy design, but the roof up is actually where I think it really excels. I think the lines are gorgeous. I don't think there's anything else on sale that really has the same proportions, the same overall feel. It's a baby coupe, it's a baby Mustang, it's whatever you want to call it, but I think it's just gorgeous. I think the lines work amazingly well, and I think its side profile is absolutely stunning. Another factor to consider is security. Now, my MX-5 lives in a garage, and it's babied to the point where family members aren't even allowed to touch it, much less breathe near it. So this isn't as big a consideration for me, but it may be one for you. There's all sorts of tales of MX-5s having their soft tops slashed. Some jealous bastard walking past decides that they don't like that you've got an MX-5 and they're going to slash your soft top. And with soft tops costing, well, at least here in New Zealand, $1,500 if not more, the last thing you want is someone doing that. The other positive to be said about the RF is its all-weatherness, which is a stupid thing to say, but go with me on this. If you've driven a soft top MX-5, and I have, you know that in the rain, it is like sitting in a tent. It is a miserable experience. You feel like you're driving around in a rain jacket. In the RF, you feel like you're just in a normal car. Wind noise is reduced, rain noise is reduced, and again, if you're going to daily your MX-5 in all weather at all times of the year, I think the RF is probably the better choice. The last pro I want to talk about with the RF doesn't matter massively to me, but it may matter to you, and that's the wow factor. The roof on the RF is a beautiful thing to see in motion. It's fast, it's smooth, it looks great, and again it comes back to the look of the car. I just think the RF is such a stunning car. Roof up, roof down, it's gorgeous. It's my favourite word to describe it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous car to behold. So what are the drawbacks of the RF? Well, there are a few, and there's a couple of really big ones. The first thing is noise. I am not going to bullshit you. The RF is loud. It's f***ing loud. Even compared to the soft top, with the roof down, the RF is loud. And some would say it's unacceptably loud. I know people with RFs who, if they were shopping for an MX-5 again, they would buy a soft top. The issue stems from the design of the roof. As you can see behind me, these pillar-like shapes. And yes, they're the things that make the MX-5 pretty, but they make a huge amount of noise. Wind swirls around the buttresses, and you just end up with this awful, windy maelstrom of noise. And the more over 100 kilometres an hour you go, which of course I don't do on the road because that's the open road speed limit in New Zealand, the worse the noise gets. And compared to the soft top, it is an order of magnitude louder. On to the next big issue. Weight. That folding roof adds weight, and in a car that is built almost completely around lightness and being as close to the original MX-5 as possible, the RF has a weight penalty of about 45 kilos over the equivalent soft top. And that may not sound like a lot, and to be fair, I don't think it is. But again, if you want every gram out of this thing, it's a track car, it's out and out performance and weight matters, the RF doesn't make sense for you. In the soft top MX-5, the roof's operated manually. There is a latch in the centre of the bezel around the windscreen, and you unclip that, fold the roof back, give it a good click, the roof's down. You can do it at any speed you're comfortable with, and you can do it whenever you like. You don't need the ignition on, you don't need any power, it happens when you want it to happen. In the RF, things aren't quite so simple. The roof is automatically operated, yes, and looks great, but you have to hold down a switch in the cabin to open or close the roof. You cannot operate the roof going over 10 kilometres an hour. If you are driving at speed and it starts absolutely pissing it down with rain, best of luck to you. You'll have to pull over, put it up. I've gotten drenched in this thing because of how long the roof takes to go up and trying to find somewhere to do it. But there's a bigger limitation that I think's even more annoying. It just irks the shit out of me. Let's say you're driving your car, you've parked somewhere where you're facing downwards on an incline. You put it in reverse along with the handbrake, because you know then you've got an extra layer of protection should the handbrake fail or something happen. This car will not let you close the roof while it's in reverse. Now, you can buy something called a smart top module for your RF that will basically say to the Mazda computer, shh, it's okay, shh, shh, shh. It will let you operate the roof up to 50 kilometres an hour. It will let you operate the roof in reverse, and it will let you operate the roof with one touch of the switch. I haven't installed one yet, but as soon as my Mazda factory warranty runs out next year, I'll be sticking one in. So those are the pros and cons, but you've got to make a decision. What is the decision, RF or soft top? Firstly, it's personal, okay? You're going to get to the conclusion you get to, and that's fine. Would I buy the RF again? Absolutely. I much prefer the look of the RF. For me, it's about the look. I think it's a fabulous looking car. I think it looks better than the soft top. I think it makes more of a statement than the soft top. I think it's a more unique vehicle as the RF than it is as the soft top. Oh, I love this car. I wax lyrical about this car often to anyone who'll listen, but I'll tell you what it is about it. It's not the fastest car in the world, but it just works as an extension of what I want from a motor car. That's the best description I can think of about this car, is it does what I want a car to do. It's light, it's fun, it's nimble, it's quick enough. I can get into it anytime I want and go for a long drive and enjoy it and love it and blip through the gears and rev match down the gears and adore every second of it. I can't even describe when I need a pick-me-up what this car does for me. I love it. And I can't say fairer than that. Thanks for watching. I hope this has helped you make your decision. If you enjoyed the video, please like, please subscribe. It really helps me out. Drop a comment below. Did I make the right call? Did I make the wrong call? Let me know. Keep watching. More to come. Stay tuned.